IELTS, paper-based or computer-based? What should you choose? Watch and decide. Hi, this is English with Mal, and a question that I'm always approached with by students is whether to do the paper-based IELTS exam or the computer-based IELTS exam. And my answer always is, do what suits your needs and your skill set. If you're in a hurry to get your results, if you want to book it soon, you might decide or you might consider doing the computer-based exam because it's more regularly held than the paper-based exam and the results come in 3 to 5 days after the exam is completed. On the other hand, the paper-based exam is not as regularly held and the results take about 2 weeks to come. Price-wise also, at this particular moment, the paper-based one is 5,000 rupees extra. It's 65,000 at the moment, whereas the IELTS computer-based one is 60,000 rupees. So there's a slight price difference as well. But it depends on the time you have on your hands, whether you want to do it consecutively, whether you want to take it over and over again within a little span of time. So think about those before you decide. Another question students ask me is what is easier to do? Is it the computer-based one or the paper-based one? Again, depends on your skill set. Now, skill set and your needs actually. So if you have a relatively decent typing speed, you should go for the computer-based one because that helps. You definitely need a good considerable speed in typing. But if you have nice handwriting and you can write for a considerable period of time without, getting your handwriting illegible, making it illegible, you can go for the paper-based. But if you think about the skills that are assessed at the exam and which format you take affects them, I will give you this advice. Speaking, of course, is the same, regardless of whether it's a computer-based exam or a paper-based exam. Depends on whether you take it physically or online. Speaking is the same. But listening, you don't have that extra 10 minutes at the end of the computer-based exam to transfer answers because while you're listening, you'll be marking in the answers on the computer itself. So you don't have that extra 10 minutes to transfer the answers like you would have for the paper-based exam. However, when it comes to listening and reading, it is my personal opinion that the paper-based exam is more useful to secure a higher score because, you can make little notes on it, do your drawings, predict answers on it, write down things that you hear or read, do a little thinking on the paper that will help you, skip a band or jump to a higher band. Whereas on the computer-based exam, you do have the option of highlighting, but that's very tiresome, you can't really do it well, and that doesn't really help much. So when it comes to listening and reading, the paper-based one is more advantageous. But if you think about the writing, the computer-based one is more advantageous because not only do you get to save time by not erasing and typing and things like that, you just type in your answer, you can correct it then and there, and you also get to see the word count at the bottom of the screen. So these things really help when it comes to the written computer-based exam, writing paper. So consider those things. Consider the price factor, the regularity factor, when the marks will be issued, the differences between the listening, reading, writing, how you can approach those based on the computer-based exam or the paper-based exam, and make a decision. Decide what is best for you. Right. Hope this helped. And if you want more tips, tricks, and strategies for the IELTS, follow me, subscribe, and stay tuned. Goodbye.